Was it the greatest main event in SmackDown Live history? The answer is no. Let's talk about it. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel tonight. SmackDown Live, March 7th, 2017. We are on that road to WrestleMania. 3 SmackDowns left after tonight until we get down to Orlando for the festivities that are WrestleMania 33. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel tonight. I want to thank everybody for showing me love and support all weekend long leading into the Monday Night Raw review. If you guys missed my thoughts on Monday Night Raw, which were not too bad, but still wasn't good, Monday Night Raw review is live right now on the channel. Make sure you guys go and check that out if you have not done so already. Also, I posted a WWE 2K17 video, JD versus What Culture Wrestling's Simon Miller. Make sure you guys go and check that out. My Expedition of Gold tournament has begun. Round 1 with Broken 9 to 5 versus Simon Miller of What Culture Wrestling, man. I made it really fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Make sure you go check that out. I also want to show love to Audible, man. Audible sponsoring the podcast each and every week. And they're giving every listener and watcher tonight 30 days free to try the service out. And that includes 1 free audiobook of your choice, man. All you got to do is go to audibletrial.com/offthescript. Go through the sign-up process. And you guys will have your own audiobook on the house, man. Over 180,000 books to choose from. You guys got a ton of wrestling content on there. Any genre that you are interested in, you guys can pick whatever the fuck you want. And it's awesome, man. It's free. Compatible with iPhone and Android. And no matter what you do with the service, if you want to cancel, you guys get to keep your audiobook for free even then. audibletrial.com/offthescript, man. It's a great offer. I expect every one of you guys to take advantage of that. It's fucking awesome. SmackDown Live, man. I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I usually say it every fucking week. I don't want to be here for 50 minutes talking about this show because, quite frankly, I honestly thought, and you guys might think I'm fucking delusional. You guys might think I'm crazy. I might be burned out from the product. I don't know. I just might be genuinely disinterested in the WrestleMania build this year like I have been for the last 2 years. I just have not been excited about WrestleMania, man. I'm actually excited for what's happening around WrestleMania instead of WrestleMania. So, go figure. But SmackDown Live tonight, man, was not really all that interesting to me. It was not interesting to me at all. I don't think SmackDown did a good job tonight. I don't think SmackDown put on a good show tonight. I thought they were very lazy. I thought they were, you know, they should have put on a much better show, being that we're only 4 weeks away from WrestleMania. And I understand that Monday Night Raw needed to really get the ball going last night. And SmackDown's had a couple weeks ahead of Raw to build. But that doesn't give SmackDown the reason to be lazy. There should be no laziness, man. This is when your creative writing staff, this is when your thoughts, your creation should come to life. And we should be, you know, seeing everything bloom for WrestleMania season. This is when the best storylines need to be on television. And I feel like SmackDown didn't do any of that tonight. I just felt like they put on a very, very lazy show. Now, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. I might be burnt out from the product, like I said. I don't know. But I honestly think Raw did a better job at building towards WrestleMania last night than SmackDown did tonight. Now, we kind of have a good idea where SmackDown's going with WrestleMania and what type of matches and, you know, who's going to be going up against, you know, at WrestleMania, but that doesn't give SmackDown the reason to be lazy. We didn't get any confirmation about anything. We got hints about what's going to happen. We got interactions about what could happen. But there really wasn't confirmation about those happenings. And I wish we got some confirmation. They built certain things here and there with the Ambrose Corbin situation, with the Alexa Bliss title situation. They built with Miz and Maryse tonight, with Cena and Nikki. There was no sign of American Alpha. I don't know what's going on, man, but I honestly thought SmackDown was a very lazy show, and they were hyping up the main event. This was completely all surrounding AJ Styles and Randy Orton, which they bragged about being the best SmackDown Live main event of all time. Now, I was kind of confused at that. I really wasn't paying attention to what the announcers were saying. You guys kind of keyed me in, saying that it was post-draft. Now, if they were not talking about post-draft, then I think the WWE is completely fucking delusional. How can you say that's the best main event on SmackDown history when I could just name one off the top of my head right now because it's the one that I remember most? Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match on SmackDown. I don't see how anything that they can put on modern day is going to be better than that. That's just me, though. You guys might have others. I know Eddie Guerrero had a few. JBL, Edge, Rey Mysterio. I know John Cena's mixed in there a few times. I think there was a Batista Undertaker main event on SmackDown Live in a steel cage, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, come on. Come on, seriously. Enough with the greatest of all time bullshit. Enough with the most monumental fucking this and that. Come on. Nothing that WWE is doing nowadays is monumental. Hardly. And the fact that they're hyping this up as the greatest SmackDown Live main event of all time, I mean, I honestly thought that Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles put on a better main event than Randy Orton and AJ Styles did. That's just me. Again, you guys might not agree with me. You guys might think I'm a fucking goon. But I honestly think Ambrose and AJ Styles put on better main events on SmackDown than AJ Styles and Randy Orton. I think that main event, that triple threat match with AJ, Corbin, and Ziggler was a better main event. Again, that's just me. But everybody's got their own opinion. Whatever the case may be. I didn't enjoy SmackDown. I did not enjoy SmackDown at all tonight. Bits and pieces of it I did, but this was the weakest show in several months from SmackDown Live. Show started off in a very unexciting, yet informative way. If you guys missed SmackDown at all the last month, this was the segment for you. If you guys have been keeping up to date on SmackDown, this segment was a waste of fucking time. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan in the ring. They pretty much held a seminar for those who missed SmackDown Live. That's all they did. If you watched, you understand what's going on. You know what's going on with AJ Styles. You know what's going on with Randy Orton. You know what happened with Luke Harper. You know what happened with the Battle Royal. This was merely a opening segment to a show that was informative to those who missed SmackDown. That was it. Daniel Bryan says he sides with Randy Orton because he feels the traditional winner of the Royal Rumble should go on to WrestleMania and main event for the WWE Championship. Now, Shane McMahon is going with AJ Styles because he thinks Randy Orton relinquished his Royal Rumble victory and he gave up his number one contendership. So he's siding with AJ Styles. They said that they had a dilemma. They met all week. They didn't know how to go about it. Believe it or not, Daniel Bryan says he and Shane McMahon do not agree on a lot. And they had a very difficult time coming up with a solution to all this problem that happened the last couple of weeks. So they put the match together. It's going to be Randy Orton. It's going to be AJ Styles in the main event of SmackDown Live. And they built it up as the biggest main event in SmackDown Live history. That's what they said. And it was none of those things. So, like I said, again, this was an opening segment that if you missed SmackDown, it was a refresher course. If you guys have been watching it, this was a complete waste of 15 minutes. That's all it was. After this segment, they went to the back. AJ was just standing around. He says he was looking for Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. He's been calling the offices all week. Nobody wants to answer his phone calls. He said that he is going to make the best of a bad situation and he's going to take Randy Orton out. He says that everybody is anti-Styles. This anti-Styles conspiracy needs to stop. And he says he's not afraid of a little fire, referencing that Randy Orton burned down the Wyatt family compound last week on Monday Night Raw. I like AJ Styles as a heel. I want to see him really go up against Shane McMahon verbally. I think that's going to really be intense. If they are leading tonight, it looks like they're leading tonight with all. It looks like they're leading tonight with all this anti-Styles conspiracy talk. So we'll see what happens with that in the coming weeks. But I honestly think a lot of people are not giving Shane McMahon and AJ Styles the thought of that a lot of credit. I think the promo work alone is going to be really, really intriguing and really entertaining. Just based on that alone. And like I said, I stated a few times, if you're not okay with that match, you better stop being okay with it. Because Shane McMahon is going to be at WrestleMania. AJ Styles is going to be at WrestleMania. More than likely, they're going to go one-on-one. They've been building towards that for a couple of weeks now. So it's going to happen. And you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be one of those sleeper matches. Because AJ Styles is probably the best in-ring performer in WWE. Shane McMahon at a big-time event like WrestleMania is going to go out. He's a risk taker. He wants to fucking steal the show. You put those two elements together, I think we're going to be treated to a very entertaining match. And the promo work, I do believe we're going to get some really, really intense, intriguing stuff from Styles and Shane McMahon. Give it some time. Give it, a chance. And it might surprise you. But we don't have confirmation on that yet. Possibly after what happened tonight, we will see the building blocks for that in the next couple of weeks on SmackDown Live. Now, the first match that took place on this show really, really wanted to anger everybody. It angered me. I'm sure it angered you guys. I know a lot of you guys were screaming, get the fuck off my TV, because you seen James Ellsworth standing in the ring with fucking men's tights with cheetah print. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you gonna make me put Ellsworth on a fucking t-shirt just so that he disappears? This guy has seen his 15 minutes of fame fucking long gone. It's fucking way behind him. This guy's got to get the fuck off SmackDown. I mean, he is awful. He lends no purpose. He does nothing. He's not even entertaining. It's over. This guy, he struck while the iron was hot. He was supposed to be a nobody. They made him into a somebody following the Braun Strowman decimation, that one jobber match that he had. But now they're just using him and using him and using him. Even though it's comedy or supposed to be comedy, it's not making me laugh. And there's no reason why this guy should be on television 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Get the fuck off my television. He's in the ring. He's standing in the ring with a microphone. And he says, you're about to see a match that you'll never see again. I didn't want to see it the first time, you fucking asshole. I didn't want to see it at all. Never mind seeing it again. He bragged about beating Styles 3 times. 3 times. The first 3 times he faced him. Good job, bro. You want one of Titus O'Neil's newly baked cookies? He's got a new recipe out, you fucking goon. Being that Jack Swagger's no longer employed with the company. He asked how many times it took Cena to beat Styles. You do the math, people. You do the math. How many times has Monday Night Raw put people to sleep on Monday nights? You do the math, people. You do the math. The number is astronomical. So that makes me the Mac Daddy of SmackDown Live, says Ellsworth. If Ellsworth is the Mac Daddy of SmackDown Live, I'm the fucking Godfather with 17 fucking hoes walking down the aisle with a nice little fucking cane and a nice pimped out suit. I got 17 hoes following behind me on the hoe train, motherfucker. If this guy's the Mac Daddy. This guy is fucking awful. Says he's gonna wipe the mat with Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. People are wiping the fucking mat with your t-shirts now, Ellsworth, because they're fucking worthless. Are those things still available? Never mind wiping the mat, I'll wipe my ass with it. Guy's awful. Absolutely awful. He then introduced Carmella. JBL says he's going to be sick. JBL was actually funny during this entire skit and this segment. I love his distaste, his fucking hatred for James Ellsworth. Otunga said Ellsworth is delusional. I think everybody that watches Monday Night Raw and says it's a good show is delusional. Never mind fucking Ellsworth. Ellsworth was wearing, like I said, leopard print. Looked like fucking women's underwear. I mean, really? Is this what we want to see 3 weeks before WrestleMania? Honestly. Do you want to see Ellsworth in women's fucking, what looks like women's underwear with fucking leopard print? Come on, bro. You gotta do better than that, Road Dogg. Get this guy off my television. Anyway. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus James Ellsworth and Carmella. You had Cena and Nikki come out separately to their own themes. You already had Carmella and fucking Goon in the ring. And before the bell even rung, Miz comes out with Maryse. His music goes off in the arena. He's walking down the aisle. Nikki Bella is distracted by this. She turns around. She turns back around and eats a super kick from Carmella. Miz and Maryse were on commentary, and it was pretty much, all about Cena's relationship, how Cena's a liar, how he really doesn't love Nikki, and all this other shit. Cena and Nikki win with dueling finishers. They made James Ellsworth tap, and I believe Carmella tapped at the same time. Whatever the case may be, who cares? Like James Ellsworth was going to have any fucking offense against John Cena. No. This was all about building up Cena and Nikki versus Miz and Maryse, and that's exactly what it did. After the match, the Miz and Maryse tripped up Cena and Nikki and beat the shit out of them and left them lying on the arena floor. Now, Cena and Nikki are laying at ringside. They're all listening to The Miz just fucking spit out another fire promo. Miz Maryse got into the ring, couldn't take it anymore. He said Cena is a liar. His relationship is the biggest lie of them all. Stephanie McMahon saying this is the A show on Monday Night Raw also is the biggest lie of them all. We know that's not true. He spends all his time with Maryse every single day, countless hours a day, because he loves her. Can you say the same about Nikki, John? When you have true love, you don't have her sign a contract to be your girlfriend. How many of you are going to fucking go out and meet your ex-girlfriends and have them sign a contract to be with you? Seriously. I think that's a great idea, man. I honestly think that's a great idea. I think Cena's got the right idea, man. He's got a lot of money. Cena's worth, what, probably $9-10 million? Probably more than that. You know, Nikki might be a gold digger, man. Who the fuck knows? You know, I don't think she's like that, though. I think she's a sweetheart. Yeah, really. Anyway, Miz says that Cena's relationship with Nikki wasn't allowed to be talked about for the longest time. Now that it's Women's Awareness Month, now he wants to bring it to light because John Cena wants the spotlight as always. Miz says Cena is emotionless. I'm emotionless when watching Monday Night Raw. Wow, me and Cena have something in common. He does everything he does for the success of Cena's brand, and he doesn't give a shit about anything else. He also said that he is Robo-Cena. So if John Cena is RoboCop or Robo-Cena, what does that make Charlotte? I am the women's champion. I had my undefeated streak. Ruined at Fastlane. I am going to WrestleMania. Awful. Charlotte is awful on the microphone. That's what she sounds like. Seriously. So if Robo-Cena exists, what's Charlotte? I don't know. Said that he got the winning lottery ticket because he found someone as attention-driven and power-hungry as he is. Mentioning Nikki. But understand that Nikki and John's plastic, fabricated lives spits on every real relationship, and it stops now. Maryse then took the microphone and called Nikki a bitch. Bring it, bitch. And she dropped the microphone, CM Punk style, right on the fucking floor. There you go. Miz and Maryse made out in the ring because it's true love. So we got John Cena going from The Undertaker to Samoa Joe to now Miz and Maryse. And it's being built off whatever we're hearing and seeing on Total Bellas. Great priorities you got there, WWE. Great priorities. Great creative writing. Great ideas for WrestleMania. You go from The Undertaker to Samoa Joe with ideas for Cena for both guys, and then you put him in a fucking mixed tag team match with the storyline being built up with Total Bellas behind it? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, I'm not taking anything away from The Miz. The Miz is absolutely fucking amazing on the microphone, and I love his fucking intensity. I love the way he just fucking verbalizes things, and he it's like The Miz, every time he's on the microphone, takes a fucking knife and stabs somebody right in the gut. Goes for the kill every time, and he's so direct. Love him. But we got to see what happens with this. Listen, after that promo last week, I'm intrigued. I am. I'm still intrigued, but I don't want it to be based on the fucking reality bullshit that we see on the E! Network. You don't want to do that. Everybody knows John Cena and Nikki Bella are dating, you know, potential marriage there. Don't make it about the reality show. Make it about their real life situation. Bring real life element into it. Don't build it off what we see on Total Divas, because that's nothing but fucking trash. Reality shows, scripted garbage. Talk about real life. Talk about what's happening in their lives for real, away from the cameras. Don't bring in the reality bullshit, otherwise this thing is going to go downhill very, very fast. Renee Young had an interview with Randy Orton. He came out and said that if he burned Bray's compound down to the ground, imagine what he's willing to do to AJ Styles tonight. He said Styles is phenomenal, but he's only one RKO away from headlining WrestleMania, so Styles better be afraid. He said, if I were AJ, I'd probably just run. So there you go. Curt Hawkins, Chad Hawkins, stood in the ring. Can you tell the difference between Chad Hawkins and Curt Hawkins? I think Chad Hawkins is actually a better wrestler than Curt Hawkins. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know if he exists, but I'm sure he's a better wrestler than fucking Curt Hawkins. Pretty sure he's more important too. You know? Curt Hawkins is a fucking bum. Mauro Ranallo, don't worry, bro. We're all fucking forgiving you. It's okay to make a mistake every now and then. I would have made the same mistake, bro. The guy's irrelevant. The guy's a fucking bum. The guy's a loser. Chad Hawkins, who cares? Who cares? Curt Hawkins is the VIP of SmackDown Live Catering. It's okay to get his name wrong, bro. Nobody's fucking ragging on you. Nobody's fucking zinging you. Don't worry. Chad Hawkins stood in the ring, and he mentioned that Dean Ambrose started something he can't finish. He says that when you face the facts fight back. Really? Face the facts. Face the facts, Monday Night Raw. Your show sucks. Face the facts, WWE. Roman Reigns a failure. Face the facts, Curt Hawkins. You're a fucking loser. Face the facts, Jack Swagger. Your cookies were fucking awesome. Face the facts, WWE. Monday Night Raw is not the A show any longer. Face the facts, WWE. At this rate, WrestleMania is going to be a fucking failure. There you go, man. You can face the facts with a lot of things. A lot of you guys have to face the facts, really. You know? No way around it. Dean Ambrose came out with his IC title, charged at ringside, and he charged Hawkins. Hawkins charged back. Dean ducked, clotheslined him. That was it. That was it. Hawkins charged at Ambrose. Ambrose ducked, clothesline, done. Now, Ambrose got in the ring, and he said that he's going to come out here and call out Baron Corbin. Ambrose says that he's the lone wolf, Baron Corbin is, right? And he lives in a lonely world because he's too cool for everybody. But because he's a scumbag. Baron Corbin's a scumbag, you know? That's coming from me, of all people, says Ambrose. He says that he neutered the lone wolf because it's obvious he doesn't have any testicles. Corbin showed up on the big screen, and Baron Corbin really cut a very, very good promo here, man. I think he's getting better. I'm really impressed with Baron Corbin as of late. You see him getting better. He hasn't been in the ring, you know, for a couple of weeks now, but you can tell that he's working on his promo skill, man. And I believe I read somewhere that Glenn Jacobs, Kane, is working with him to get that whole big man mentality down. And there's no better big man to work with than that. I know I rag on Kane, but listen, Kane has a Hall of Fame career. And if Baron Corbin's learning from Kane, I think that's a good thing, and it's going to go a long way for Baron Corbin. Says that he didn't come to the ring, or he doesn't come to the ring when someone calls his name, says Corbin. He says he doesn't understand why he's in such a rush to get this beating. He says he needs to enjoy what he has while he has it, because when he's ready, he's going to take everything from Ambrose, including the Intercontinental Championship. Dean Ambrose says, listen, if Corbin won't come to the ring, I'm going to come to Corbin. Hawkins tried to get up, sneak attack Dean Ambrose again, and this time, instead of eating a clothesline, Dean Ambrose gave him a dirty deed. So, Chad Hawkins ate a clothesline, sat down, laid down, went to sleep for about 5 minutes, got back up, and then ate a dirty deeds on the concrete. So, good work, Chad Hawkins. You earned your paycheck tonight on SmackDown Live. Tom Phillips, the man that face fucks the place, the face that face fucks the place, Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips actually promoted Women's Awareness Month. You sure, WWE, this is the right man to promote Women's Awareness Month? You're going to have him lead into Lita and Trish Stratus? Is Tom Phillips jerking off underneath the table while watching this video package? Does he want to face fuck Lita? Is he sending text messages and Instagram messages to Trish Stratus? Hey, honey, I want to face fuck you. I know you just had a kid, but listen, it'll be a sloppy good time, bro. You know? I don't think that's the right guy to be doing Women's Awareness Month right now. Just move that over to Mauro Ranallo. Or even David Otunga. But Tom Phillips? Come on, bro. You got to make a better executive decision than that. What do we got here? Ambrose. Ambrose is chasing Baron Corbin now. Trying to find Baron Corbin in the back. This was a nice segment. Well, it doesn't come up yet. We're just showing Ambrose chasing Baron Corbin somewhere in the back. It was a few camera shots, but they showed him walking back there, and then eventually he found him. We'll talk about it when it gets there, because it's not in my notes yet. Dasha Fuentes interviewed Mojo Rawley. He says that he's officially announcing himself as the first jobber in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal because he's going to make his WrestleMania moment like Zack Ryder did last year, winning the IC title. How well did that go over for Zack Ryder? Not even 24 hours did he have that title. So, good luck, Mojo Rawley. Dolph Ziggler came in, mock clapping him. Mock clapping this fucking bum, Mojo Rawley. He walked into the frame, and he interrupted the interview that was Mojo Rawley. Says that WrestleMania moments just don't get handed out. You have to earn them. But Mojo actually looked pretty good here, man. Mojo asked, and I really like this. I liked Mojo's intensity here. I liked the way he presented himself here. Mojo asked, then why don't you have one? And Ziggler says, listen, try not to hurt yourself reaching for those brass rings because someone will probably grab it for you. And then he pats him on the shoulder. So it looks like Ziggler and Mojo Rawley are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Two jobbers. I guess that's a perfect place for them at WrestleMania. Backstage, we finally see Baron Corbin get his hands on Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was looking, couldn't find him the first time. He continues to walk in the back. Baron Corbin apparently was like fucking Batman choking out a security guard in the fucking corner. And he was choking out this guard. He throws the guard as Ambrose is just walking by. Ambrose didn't see him, right? And the security guard gets flown right into Ambrose. Ambrose is like, what the fuck's going on? Out of nowhere, Baron Corbin with a fucking steel pipe nails him over the back, nails him right in the gut like fucking Barry Bonds with a baseball bat. And they start brawling in the back. Baron Corbin was ruthless here, man. You found me, Dean. You found me. And they start just showing Baron just beating the shit out of him, man, all over the place. They find this crane that's in the back, one of those miniature cranes, right? Those ones that pick up the pallets. And Ambrose is lying underneath it. And Corbin gets in the fucking machine, and he lowers the fucking crane right on Dean Ambrose's chest. And he's like fucking sitting there choking. He's like fucking being suffocated. You got referees and officials and fucking doctors coming over. They release the fucking hold. They release the pallet off of him. And Baron Corbin's just standing there, and they're trying to usher him away, man. It was a nice segment. And I see all this backstage interaction between Corbin and Dean Ambrose. These guys gotta have one of those fucking backlot brawls like Roddy Piper and Goldust had many years back at WrestleMania, man. That's what I want to see out of these guys. That's what I want to see. I want to see the fucking brutality that was Piper and Goldust at WrestleMania between Ambrose and Corbin. That's what I want. No holds barred, falls count anywhere, you name it, anywhere. That's what I want to happen at WrestleMania. I think that would do both men good. And like I said, I think Baron Corbin's going to be your new Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania. We had Alexa Bliss have a segment tonight. She said that the world is going to hear from the greatest women's SmackDown champion, well, the greatest woman in the SmackDown's division. She pointed at the WrestleMania sign like everybody fucking points at the WrestleMania sign. Seriously. What is with that shit, dude? Why does everybody have to point at the WrestleMania sign? You know? Like, Becky Lynch comes out and she points at the WrestleMania sign. Or, who was it yesterday? Roman Reigns and Undertaker. They both look at the WrestleMania sign. I mean, are you fucking serious? How about when I go to the fucking restaurant and I see one of them big fucking LED boards that's got a fucking beer on it, like Guinness. I'm gonna point at the fucking thing. I want a Guinness. How fucking lame is that, dude? Are you fucking so cheesy? Why do you gotta point at the sign? Becky Lynch comes out and she's complaining that Alexa was gonna give Mickie James a title shot at WrestleMania. She points at the fucking sign. You want the title shot, right? Point at the fucking title. I just get irked when they point at the WrestleMania sign. It's disgusting. It's so stupid. Anyway, Alexa Bliss didn't know who she was gonna fight at WrestleMania. And Daniel Bryan comes out, and all the women in the division are there. You got fucking what's her name? Natalya comes out. You got Mickie James there. You got Becky Lynch is there. Alexa Bliss is there. Daniel Bryan's like, well, if you can't come up with if we can't come up with a match for you, right, and you don't want to be in a one-on-one match, I'm gonna put you against all the women, all the active women on the division. You're gonna fight them all at WrestleMania. Now, it's probably going to be a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way. I don't know if it's going to take place on the actual show. I don't know if it's going to take place in the pre-show. We don't know. All we knew from tonight's show is that Daniel Bryan made the match, made Alexa into a match with all the women, but we don't know what type of match it is. So, there you go. This led to a tag team match that he made, the Teddy Long special. He even mentioned Teddy Long. Natalya and Becky versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I honestly did not care about this match. I honestly did not. I was cleaning dishes, and I just did not care, man. For the first time in a long time, I just did not care. Seriously. I honestly think with the injury to Naomi, the division is kind of, I wouldn't say it's suffering. It just took it took a big hit with Naomi being injured. And I know it's not her fault. I know she has a legit injury. But if Naomi was back and healthy to go and ready to go for WrestleMania, I would want to see Naomi and Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania again. I would want them to build Naomi up as the challenger who had to relinquish the title. She goes into her own hometown and wins the title again. That's what I would want. I feel like right now WWE is on cruise control, or they're on fucking autopilot. They don't know what the fuck to do with the women at this point. You know, they don't want to leave out anybody, so they figured, you know what, all the women have done such a great job on SmackDown Live all year that we got to give them a big match all together in the same ring. Whether that's a battle royal, whether that's a fatal 4-way, a fatal 5-way, whatever the case might be. You know, they want to get everybody in there because SmackDown and the people behind SmackDown feel like the women, that they've done such a great job that they all deserve to be there. But if Naomi was there and healthy to go, I would honestly book Alexa and Naomi, you know, one-on-one, and have Naomi win the championship back. That should have been the match all along. I don't think Naomi should have won the title at Elimination Chamber. I honestly don't. I thought Naomi should have lost. I thought Naomi should have fought back and, you know, tried to get another championship match, build her up as the underdog babyface, overcoming all odds. I think it would have worked better for Naomi that way, and then go into WrestleMania as the challenger and win it at WrestleMania in front of her hometown. That's just me, though. But I didn't care about this match. It was just something that they put together because all the women were there in this one segment. It really didn't do anything for me, and I just was not interested. Alexa Bliss and Mickie win. Bliss celebrated after she had pinned, I believe she pinned, who was it that she pinned? Becky released German suplex, turned on her partner. Natalya turned on Becky. Mickie smiled, Mickie smiled, and Bliss looked at Mickie. Bliss tagged herself in, stole the pin. Mickie James wasn't happy. I don't know if Mickie James turned babyface here. I don't know. Bliss celebrated. She ordered Mickie to stand by her and raise her arm. Mickie instead kicked Alexa Bliss right in the head, and she picked up Alexa Bliss's belt and held it in the air and then placed it down on Alexa Bliss's body. That was it. Really nothing all that special there with that segment. Let's see, what do we got here? We got the main event. That was pretty much it. We got the main event, and it was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. They proclaimed this was going to be the greatest main event in SmackDown history. They did say it. JBL said it. The greatest main event in SmackDown history is coming up. Better than Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match? No. I think WWE really over-exaggerated there with this main event. It wasn't even better than Ambrose Styles and the matches that we've seen from them. Like I said, it wasn't even better than the Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles triple threat match that we seen not too long ago, a couple of months back. It was a good match. I just don't think these two gave it their all. I don't think this match really lived up to potential because this is a WrestleMania-worthy match as the main event on SmackDown. This is a pay-per-view caliber match for SmackDown Live. This entire show was built off this match. Was it good? Of course it was good because I enjoyed the work of both men, especially AJ Styles, and I think Randy Orton is doing some of the best work in recent memory for himself with the Wyatt family. But the match itself, you know, really wasn't all that spectacular. It was very methodical. It was a very Randy Orton, you know, paced match, that slow, methodical pace. You know, AJ Styles was working on Randy Orton's leg. He was setting him up for the calf crusher. Randy Orton tried to, you know, battle away from AJ Styles, you know, flurry of offensive maneuvers. The best part of this match, to be completely honest with you, was the last 45 seconds. The last 45 seconds of this match were absolutely fucking beautiful. Now, you had AJ Styles going for the Phenomenal Four. And everybody coming out of this match or going into this match, rather, wanted to see the phenomenal forearm reversed into an RKO. Of course I want to see it. Of course everybody wants to see it. But why would WWE give that away for free on SmackDown Live? That itself needs to be on pay-per-view. I guarantee we're going to see these guys cross paths again in 2017. I guarantee you this could be a potential SummerSlam main event for SmackDown Live. You know? Why would you give away such an epic moment like that away for free on SmackDown Live? I understand it's the road to WrestleMania, but that doesn't mean you give everything away for free. You don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. Now, AJ Styles went for the phenomenal forearm. Randy Orton was indeed going to go for the RKO, but Randy Orton didn't know what AJ Styles had planned. AJ jumped on the top rope, and then he jumped right back down on the apron because he knew once he took flight, Randy Orton was going to spring up and try to hit him with the RKO. Absolutely beautiful move by AJ Styles. He jumped on the rope and jumped right back on the apron because he knew what Randy Orton was all about. He had it well scouted. And I love the fact that Mauro Ranallo and JBL picked up on that AJ Styles had Randy Orton very well scouted for the simple fact that they did not have this match at all. This was the first time both men were in the ring together. And I love the fact that AJ Styles knew what to expect being in the ring with Randy Orton for the first time. Then he jumped off the rope. Randy Orton went for the RKO. He landed on his back. AJ Styles jumps off the top rope anyway, but instead of doing the phenomenal forearm, he goes for the 450. And instead of that, he missed. He missed it. Randy Orton got up, and then Randy Orton Irish whipped him into the ropes, threw him up, RKO as he came down. 1, 2, 3. And that was it. Beautiful 45 seconds to close this match. Absolutely unbelievable ending. The match itself was okay. It wasn't all that. It wasn't the greatest SmackDown Live main event of all time. It wasn't. But you got to understand, you guys are probably wondering, why didn't they do the phenomenal forearm RKO spot? This is free television, people. This is a big money match. You don't think WWE is going to visit this match somewhere down the line in 2017 for a world title? Come on now. When it happens, it'll happen at pay-per-view. When it happens, these guys will not have the handcuffs on them. These guys will go balls to the wall on pay-per-view, 30 minutes, giving you an unbelievable main event. What we seen tonight from these guys was half of what we should have seen from these guys. It was put together to finish off the storyline that we've seen for the last 3 weeks. We had Randy Orton give up his main event at WrestleMania. We had the Battle Royal, which was a fuck finish. We had Luke Harper and AJ Styles go at it one-on-one. AJ Styles won, but again, it came at controversy. And then they booked this match, AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Randy Orton burned down the fucking Wyatt family compound. He wants back in WrestleMania. AJ Styles beat Luke Harper to become the number one contender. So now we got these two number one contenders wanting to battle out of WrestleMania for the World Championship. What do? We put them in a match. This was pretty much a culmination of everything that we've seen over the last 3 weeks. But it was not really, its full potential. It didn't go its full potential. But it was a decent main event for SmackDown Live. It has promise. I guarantee you we'll see this match sometime in 2017. But it got the job done. It furthered the storyline. Randy Orton's going to WrestleMania. AJ Styles is frustrated. This anti-Styles conspiracy that he's going to go on and on and on about, that Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan have it in for him, probably going to lead to a match with Shane McMahon. We're going to see that hopefully build. We only got 3 weeks left, so it's either going to start next week or it's not going to start at all. So we're going to see some frustration from AJ Styles towards Shane McMahon. It's probably going to lead to a match between those two guys at WrestleMania, and then SmackDown will be set. SmackDown will be set as far as WrestleMania goes, and that is it. It was a good match. It wasn't the greatest SmackDown Live main event of all time. You got to stop saying shit like that because it just shows how ignorant WWE is to the great history that is SmackDown as a whole. You don't say shit like that. It was a good main event, but all because you have AJ Styles and Randy Orton in the main event doesn't automatically make it the greatest. You don't disrespect history like that. It was good. It got the job done. It furthered WrestleMania. That's all it was. That's SmackDown Live, guys. Thank you so much for everything. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. I will see you guys tomorrow. I got more content going up. I got more Resident Evil going up. And then Thursday, I'll be right back here with NXT review Thursday morning at 11 a.m. And then Obviously, tomorrow, Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin. And then Friday, we will be right back at it at episode 160 for Off the Script. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Check out the videos in the annotation if you missed anything. Subscribe to audibletrial.com/offthescript. One free audiobook for you guys listening tonight. And I will see you all tomorrow with more great content right here on the channel. I'm JD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.